Hey guys, it's Aaron here with the Rookie Geek doing a review for the Wanda Vision season finale. I was so excited to get to watch it last night. Let's just get right into it because I want to talk about it. I didn't really get a chance to cover the whole season because obviously I was still trying to get this up and running. But I'll just give you a quick take on the season. I mean, it was great for me. I knew what to expect a little bit going forward with all the different decades of sitcoms and whatnot from the trailers and everything like most people did. But I gotta say, like, I enjoyed that whole thing because there was just these little cracks in the veil that it kept you interested. But at the same time, it had a little humor and a little bit of a unique quality to the series. I did have some people that talked to me about being a little bored with the first few seasons just because things weren't really blowing up or what have you. I understand that. I like character building though, so and I liked all the characters, the neighbors. Of course, WandaVision kill it. The kids are great. The two boys are amazing. And obviously, Catherine Hahn is Agatha is just fantastic. I mean, she deserves a lot of recognition. I think she's getting it. But I think she does. So to the finale. So we start off because in the episode before the season finale, Wanda finds Agatha's little basement in her house, and basically finds out that she's a witch. So in the beginning of this season finale, you get to see a little bit about Wanda or about Agatha and how she gets her powers and everything. She was a witch. She sucked all the power out of her coven. So that's kind of her thing, is she sucks power out of people. And it becomes very painfully obvious, that she wants to suck out Wanda's power. In the meantime, Sword, who's been trying to get inside the whole, reality bubble that Wanda has created, the Hex, they have taken Vision's body and they have made a weapon out of it. That part to me was painful. Simply because, hasn't Vision been through enough, man? Guy has literally died twice. He's tried to sacrifice himself on multiple occasions. And he is just, he literally, as soon as he was born, could pick up Mjolnir. That's... he's a great character, and Paul Bettany's been with us since Iron Man 1 as Jarvis. He is, in my opinion, he is one of the staples and the foundation of the MCU, and he always will be to me. Just like Robert Downey Jr. or just like Chris Evans. These are iconic characters. But then that brings me to the end. A huge battle. I loved the battle between Agatha and Scarlet Witch, especially the end. Of course you knew something was going to happen to where, the good guy was going to prevail. But the way Wanda did it, she made runes around the entire Hex and sucked all of her power out and then made her stay there. Wanda was ruthless, and as she should have been. I honestly, I was happy that she was. But again, that goes back to Catherine Hahn being amazing in this role, because I appreciate a good bad guy. And I think a lot of us can agree that the bad guys in the MCU are always the weak point, with the exception of a few. Thanos, obviously, amazing. If you consider Loki a villain, which I would say he is, of course, everybody loves Tom Hiddleston as Loki. But other than that, when you talk about Thor: The Dark World, it's like, I know that the Dark Elves were the bad guys in that movie, but if you ask the average person, they probably don't know that, or they'd at least have to think about it, just because it's a forgettable bad guy. It really is, and you would think, given that an Infinity Stone was involved, that it would be less forgettable. But Ronan was good, but yeah, with the bad guys, I could go on all day about the weak links in the villain chain. So yeah, we get to it, and then Wanda has to say goodbye. She has to say goodbye to Vision and the boys. Heartbreaking moment. But you felt like it gave Wanda closure. you felt like it really did help her move on. Especially since Vision got to, talk to her about it, tell her that he loves her, rather than Wanda had to literally kill him the first time and then just sit by helplessly watching Thanos bring him back to life and then rip the Mind Stone out of his forehead. I am very, very impressed with the villain in this one. So, MCU going forward, though. I can't wait. I mean, after Endgame, I don't know if I'm alone in this or not, but I was kind of wondering. I mean, I had all the faith in the world in Kevin Feige and what he was going to be able to bring to the table as far as getting more superheroes involved that we can love in the same way that we've grown to love all of them. But then we think about it, and it's like the whole reason I have this channel is because I wasn't a comic book nerd. I was a kid of the 90s that had superhero movies, and I knew most of these characters existed, but I didn't know who Guardians of the Galaxy were. I had no idea. I really wasn't that excited about it when it was announced, and then the trailer came out and I loved it. So they're Kevin Feige's great at making us love characters. I mean one of my favorite Marvel characters is Moon Knight. I actually have a Moon Knight mask right there, I can't wait for that series. It's going to be amazing. And then the Eternals. I wish they just released the Black Widow movie already. I know I'm not alone in that. But yeah, I just cannot say enough about how this series made me hopeful going forward. Now, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier here not too long, about a week and a half, right? I cannot wait to start reviewing that. It looks fantastic. I'm sure that Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie are going to play off each other so well. It just sounds great. And I'm really glad that Baron Zemo is making a return, because I think he could be a better villain than he was, because I think in Civil War he was kind of overshadowed by the Cap versus Iron Man fight, which is what we all wanted to see. Okay, well, guys, that is it for my WandaVision Season 1. I don't know if there'll be a Season 2, probably not. But the season finale for this, and I think most of us can say that we're happy. All right, guys, well, like and subscribe. This has been Aaron for The Rookie Geek, and I will see you guys next time.